There's a really terrific show about to begin. A very good friend of mine is in it. Her name is Linda Carter. We did a series together for a few years, and now she's going out on her own. So I hope you'll all stay tuned and watch.
But I'm looking for Major Trevor. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't, but I can see by your costume that you must be Wonder Woman.
Oh, yes, I am. I don't mean to be rude, but I can't tell from your costume who you are.
Listen, my name is Olivia, and I'm a singer. I'm doing a television special, and I was wondering if you'd like to come on my show and be one of my guests and sing and dance with me.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. You know, there's a great new song by the Andrews Sisters.
Oh, I was thinking more in the lines of Elton John.
Elton and who? What about a Cole Porter? Excuse me for a moment. It's so rude to point. Anyway, don't be frightened. I was thinking we could do a dance up a big staircase, just like in the movies.
I've got one of those on my show.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, don't move a muscle. I hope I have time to do your show, Olivia. But as you can see, I have a lot of responsibilities.
Well, maybe you could fit it in somehow.
Olivia, do you want me to give up my fight against crime and corruption to sing and dance on your show?
Of course not.
Oh. Well, it was only a suggestion.
My name is Rick Jason. On Tuesday, October 2nd, ABC TV takes you back in time to World War II, when brave men all over this earth were in combat.
Hi, I'm Vic Morrow. Nothing was easy during those brutal days. War seldom is. Each second was a lifetime. Each minute, an eternity.
I'm Shecky Green, just a private in this man's army. Most of the time. Look, doesn't somebody around here speak English? I'm a private. You guys are going to get me court-martialed for impersonating an officer.
I'm Pierre Jalbert. Believe me, New Orleans was never like this.
Many of your favorite stars will be seen in combat this year. Jeffrey Hunter, Keenan Wynn, Dana Herlihy, and Howard Duff, to name a few.
Remember, Tuesday, October 2nd at the same time. Make sure to watch us in Combat on ABC TV.
Got it.
Earl, you okay?
Yeah. Angie? Yeah, okay, Vic. Hi.
I'm Vic Morrow, just working on a new segment of our combat television series. You know, the popularity of this weekly show proves that World War II still has a very firm hold on the minds and the memories and the imagination of the American people, as it should. It was the greatest war this nation has ever fought. And it brought sweeping changes in the techniques and the tools of war itself. But despite the dramatic changes, World War II confirmed what every war before it had demonstrated. That the soldier is the ultimate of all weapons. Yes, the soldier, the GI himself, is the ultimate weapon in the American Army. But still it must be put in its proper perspective. For in none of his wars has the soldier existed or fought in a vacuum. Facing the enemy only with his own cunning and his own fists and his own stout heart. He has always had a lot of other things going for him besides. Superior tactical concepts, superior training, superior equipment. The American GI, in all his triumphs, was the sum of all of these. And so he is today in an army sharpened and strengthened by technological advance. The payoff is with the American soldier, the man in whom we all put our hope and faith. And his job is a big one. His responsibilities as he keeps his watch during this long night of uncertainty and danger are enormous. He deserves the best. And the job of the United States Army's Test and Evaluation Command is to help see that he gets it.
Adults now eat more than 1/3 of all the Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes?
Let me show you the facts, son. Adults now eat more than 1/3 of all the Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes.
Which proves
that adults were ready for a cereal that can be crisp and sweet without being childish. May I?
Why not?
Sugar Frosted Flakes are great.
It's the first show of the new year, and the Captain and Tennille do it right. With their guests Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr., John Biner, Muhammad Ali, and Joe Namath. It's the new 1977 Captain and Tennille.
You are the apple of my eye, yeah. Forever.
Match game. Every day. What do I do?
The Match Game, weekdays at 5.
In tropical sea is a tropic port. Vacation fun is the favorite sport. This is the place where the tourists flock, renting the boats at the busy dock. Two secretaries from USA sail on a Mino this lovely day. A high school teacher is next aboard, all taking trip that they cannot afford. The next two people are millionaires. They got no worries, they got no cares. They climb aboard and they step inside with just enough bags for a 6-hour ride. Tourists come, tourists go, tourists touring to and fro. These 5 nice tourists, they take this trip, relaxing on deck on this little ship. The weather is clear and the sun is hot. The weather is clear? I think it is not. Tourists come, tourists go, tourists tossing to and fro. The captain is brave, he's... Caramba! What a storm! The captain is brave, he's a fearless man, and Gilligan helps him all that he can. The wheel she break and lose all control. SS Minnow do the rock and roll. The sea is now calm and the weather grand. Where is the Minnow upon the sand? What happened now will bring you a smile. The adventures of Gilligan and the skipper and the millionaire and Mrs. Millionaire and the other tourists on Gilligan's Isle.
Isn't it fun being cast away on a desert island?
Oh, yeah. Loads of laughs. Robinson Crusoe enjoyed it for 9 years.
Hi, girls. Can I help? I'm very good at washing.
I'm very good at wishing, and I wish you'd get lost.
Ginger, I'm surprised at you. Why are you so mean to him?
Bunny, it's Gilligan's fault. We're stuck on this stupid island.
But after all, he is a human being.
Well, I'll bet he isn't, and I'll give you 6 points.
Gilligan!
You better keep away from me. I'm nothing but plain old bad luck.
You mustn't talk that way.
Every time I try to help, something goes wrong. You know what I thought of doing before? Packing my things and clearing out.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't.
I couldn't. There's no place to clear out to.
I wish I had some suds. Can't even settle for brand X.
I've got to go help Ginger with the washing. Now, you catch some nice big fish.
Oh, but I don't think I can...
Now, those are orders.
Enterprise log, Captain James Kirk, commanding.
We are leaving that vast cloud of stars and planets which we call our galaxy. Behind us, Earth, Mars, Venus, even our sun are specks of dust. A question: what is out there in the black void beyond? Until now, our mission has been that of space law regulation, contact with Earth colonies, and investigation of alien life. But now, a new task. A probe out into where no man has gone before. Stardate 1312.4.
In fact, one of my ancestors married a human female.
Terrible, having bad blood like that.
But you may learn to enjoy it someday.
Bridge to briefing lounge. Object is...
It's begun transmitting, sir.
Flash the bridge. Put all decks on the alert.
Bridge to all decks. Condition alert. Bridge to all decks. Condition alert. All decks. Condition alert.
Everybody was finding their way now on a continuing basis. It's not just a one-shot, it's not a pilot. Now we have to do this week after week. 6 days a show. At the beginning, there was rehearsal time, but as we got further and further into the series production, that time got shorter and shorter, and if we had time for a table read, we were lucky. But with McCoy coming in with DeForest Kelley, he was new. He had to find his way, too. George Takei was there and fitting in, and so was Jimmy Doohan as Scotty.
Yeoman Rand was going to be sort of the captain's girlfriend at that point. The sets were still also in flux. It's really kind of raw.
If you remember, Nimoy, up until that point, was still doing stuff like in The Cage, The Women! Playing Spock in a way that was not quite what we would think of as Spock. But it was Joe Sargent that gave him the direction when he didn't know how to say fascinating. He said, you're a scientist. No matter how dangerous, you really are intrigued. It's sort of exciting to you.
Fascinating.
And he managed to help, and Nimoy said this, lock him into how to play Spock.
Keep rolling. All right, go.
Radiation passing the tolerance level.
Warp 2, sir. Speed is now warp 3.
It took a while to find out who Spock was, but boy, when he found it, I mean, he nailed it.
Radiation entering the lethal... No.
Okay, all right, save it, please.
Radiation at the tolerance level.
Here are these moments thought to be forever lost to time. The moment before the camera rolls, the moment after the camera rolls.
When you see even a glimpse of moments you haven't seen, when you've kind of seen everything, it pulls you right back into the very first time you saw Star Trek. And you always, in all Star Trek footage, the chemistry's there. It's like the Beatles. There is a great chemistry in the cast. It's always great to see because there's so much laughter.
That raw footage is a prism into the making of the episodes. It's as close as you'll ever get to knowing what it was like to be on set. So to have a chance to look at this original footage would be a remarkable glimpse inside a world that many of us would have never dreamed possible to see.
My dad reminded me again, shortly before he passed away, that he really was more different and apart than anybody else on the bridge because he's the only one who's part alien. Because of that, his objective was to try to fit in with the rest of the crew. My dad could take on roles and play them with a professionalism so profound that he was unrecognizable to me.
Since the Enterprise is obviously functional, I suggest we return to our starting place at once.
Aye, sir.
Wrong. Let's do it again. I suggest we return to our starting
save
place
it,
at
please.
top warp speed. Go. What's the line?
Bones, you all right? Yeah, my patient spattered me with a rock. She's gone.
I can't get on my mark either.
George. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bill. Ready? Freeze. George. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Why are things so magical to an audience? Why do things last so long? Because it's so touching and because it's meaningful. And that story touches you. It's universal. It was a beautiful story. It was lovely to act. It was well directed, it's shot, everything. It's one of those wonderful moments.
You've started pulling away from me again. Please don't. Ever.
I live my life as an actor by moments, because we work in such pieces in film. All you can do is be truthful to the moment that you're on the camera. My ideal work as an actor is to be in the moment all the time. To be right there. Sometimes you can't because you got to hit a mark and then you got to dodge a punch and it takes you away from being in the moment. But if you can exist as the character, those are the finest moments. And you look forward to that. And in that show, I was there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Carroll O'Connor.
I think by now most of you know the opening theme of All in the Family, but I don't know if many of you have taken much notice of a very nice closing theme we have. And I didn't notice it for a couple of weeks after beginning my show, and I did notice it. And I asked my friend Roger Kellaway, who composed the music, if I could have permission to do a lyric to it. And he said, fine. So I wrote the lyric to it, and the title of it is Remembering You. And it's our pleasure, Rogers and mine, to do this words and music for you tonight. Got a feeling it's all over now. All over now, we're through. And tomorrow I'll be lonesome, remembering you. Got a feeling the sun will be gone. The day will be long and blue. And tomorrow I'll be crying, remembering you. There's a faraway look in your eye when you try to pretend to me that everything is the same as it used to be. I see it's all over now. All over now, we're through. And tomorrow I can start in remembering you. There's a faraway look in your eye when you try to pretend to me that everything is the same as it used to be. I see it's all over now. All over now, we're through. And tomorrow I can start in remembering. Sad because we're parting. dream